What's up, everybody? This is your boy Vishal Singh, and this is my YouTube channel, Vicious Vishal. So I'm going to give you guys 5 tips on how to make 2017 the best year ever. How to crush it in 2017. So tip number 1, do something that you always wanted to do but never had the balls to do. And you know exactly what I mean. And I'll give you an example, like what I'm doing right now. This is something that I always wanted to do for such a long time, but you know, I just couldn't get around to doing it. Like I kept on thinking, you know, what are my friends gonna think? What are people gonna think? They're gonna see me on the camera, they're gonna see me on YouTube, and they're gonna be like, you know, this guy's weird, you know, why is he doing that? Or they're gonna laugh at me, you know. Who gives a fuck what they think? Who cares what your friends think? Because I can tell you from myself, right? There's a reason why I want to be different than everybody else. There's a reason why I do things differently than everybody else, right? I don't want to be a normal person. I know with this life that I have, it's not gonna last forever, right? This life is gonna be over, and we're so lucky to have this life. So why not do something different with it? Why would you want to be like everybody else? So do something that you always wanted to do but never had the balls to do. And tip number 2, look at what you did last year and look at how you can be better at it this year. Now, what I mean by that, I know that's pretty hypothetical, like everybody always says that, and that's why I really didn't get into goal setting. Like, who gives? Goal setting is a pretty obvious thing. But, you know, look at what you did last year and how you can do it better this year. Now, for example, what time do you usually wake up in the morning? Could you wake up a little bit earlier? Do you go to bed really late at night? Could you go to bed a little bit earlier? Could you maybe read a little bit more books? Did you read any books at all in 2016? Right? I guarantee you, if you start reading books, your life will start changing. There's so much information in books from people who have been so successful previously, but we just choose not to read that material. When you read a book, there's just something about it, and you're really having a conversation with that person. Maybe they're already here, or maybe they're no longer here, but it's like you're having a conversation with that person. So really take a look at what you did in 2016 and see how you can do it better in 2017. Could you have been a little bit kinder to the people that you work with? Right? Could you listen? Could you have listened a little bit more when people were talking to you? One thing that's so true, it's always more valuable to listen than talk. Better listeners always become better leaders. Tip number 3, and I love this one because this is what changed the game for me. Number 1, I always remember growing up. I don't know who told me this. Actually, I do know who told me this. My parents always told me this. My teachers always told me this. My coaches always told me this. Be realistic with your goals. That is the biggest bullshit that I've ever heard in my life. Don't be realistic with your goals at all. Make your goals so outrageous, right? That when people hear your goals, they just start laughing. Those are the goals that you should have. But there's a catch. If you're gonna have those sort of goals, make sure you set a deadline. Make sure you set a deadline on your goals, okay? Don't just come January 1st, have these outrageous goals, like you're gonna get a 6-pack, you're gonna go to the gym 5 times a week, okay, for the rest of the year, and after the first month, you're just dead, okay? Have outrageous goals, but set deadlines for them. So for example, if you're gonna work out 4 times a week, right? Maybe that's outrageous to a lot of people, right? Have a goal that by the end of January, you wanna have done 16 workouts. Right? Or something along that sort. But make sure you set limits on your goals. Make sure you set a timeline on your goal. Okay? I want to save this amount of money so I can go travel and go to Bali. That's where I really feel like going. I want to go there by March. Right? So be really specific with your goals and set deadlines. Number 4, reward yourself. Okay? Reward yourself. If you do these things properly, guys, it's so funny because we're so hard on ourselves. I know I am all the time. Right? We're so hard on ourselves, and when we don't hit our goals or we're really close to attaining them. Now, there's a reason why I said have goals that are outrageous, because you know why? If I want to make $500,000 this year, I'd rather fall short of $500,000 than, you know, hit $250,000 as my goal. So set outrageous goals, and that's why the reason I'm telling you that. Now, if you even get close to your goal, I'm telling you this year in 2017, reward yourself, okay? Now, when I say reward yourself, that doesn't mean go out, get hammered, go out and start partying, right? Reward yourself with things that make you feel good, whether that's materialistic things, whether that's traveling, right? Whatever it may be, whether that's a sport event, you want to go watch a hockey game, you want to go watch a football game, you want to go visit your parents, whatever it may be, but make sure we reward ourselves, okay? Because I know hustle is the main thing. I said in my first video, the whole point of me doing this YouTube channel is to show you guys that hustle and patience will get you through it, okay? But that's fine, but you have to reward yourself. There has to be a carrot at the end for you, okay? Make sure there's some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. And number 5, you know, I listened to a lot of inspiring people, a lot of entrepreneurs, and one of the things that they always said was, work hard now so you can enjoy life later. And then I really thought about that and think about this for a second. To me personally, that is some of the stupidest advice that you could give anybody. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen to us. We might not be alive tomorrow. So yes, hustle, of course, but enjoy your life while you're hustling at the same time, right? So make sure in 2017, you go travel somewhere, because I'm telling you right now, I've known so many people where they work their asses off and then something happens to them and they're not alive anymore, right? Where did their life go? They're working, but then they weren't able to enjoy it. So make sure in 2017, yes, you do hustle your ass off, but make sure you also enjoy 2017. Enjoy the ride, right? That's the one thing that I've heard from speaking with older people, is that, you know, very successful people, is that there's one thing that they regret, that they didn't enjoy the time that they had while they were hustling, right? While they were grinding, while they had those late nights. Make sure you have a carrot at the end. Make sure you enjoy the ride and go see the world, go travel the world. There's so much out there for us to learn. Most of us here haven't even left this continent, wherever that may be, right? There's some people out there that haven't even left their city. Like, that is not the way to live your life, guys. Our life is so short. There's so many different cities, so many different cultures, so many different continents for us to visit, so much food for us to consume. You want to talk about food? I love food so much. I'm like a garbage disposal. I just eat food all day long. But that's something about 2017 that excites me. So those are the 5 tips for 2017. And for those of you guys coming along this journey with me, with these 5 tips, we are going to crush 2017. We are going to kill it. Peace out. See you guys till my next video. Thank you so much.